Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wicked Bitter channel. I'm Travis. Thank you for checking out this video. If you are a WWE fan, you like pro wrestling, then this right here, this whole situation we got going here, this is a perfect situation for both you and I. Subscribe to this channel, like this video for more WWE content. We talk about Raw, SmackDown, PLEs. We do prediction videos. We do review videos. We do email videos. You send in your emails with your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas. Whatever you want to say in those emails, I read them on these videos and I post them, and then we go back and forth and we talk about it together. But today, we are talking about Monday Night Raw because there were a few big things that happened on the show, and we just got to get into it. It's me again, my friends. Happy to see you. Thank you for watching this video. Please do me a favor. Like the video right away. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. I mean, we're posting every single week. Go back and look. Go look. We got videos coming out every single week. So, you know, there's consistency here. We've got a good community here. We're growing and growing and growing. It's getting bigger on this channel. We want to get all the wrestling fans on this channel. We want you to be a part of it if you're not already a part of it. And if you are a part of it, I appreciate you more than you would ever know. I have no words for it. Let's get into Monday Night Raw, okay? I wanted to talk about the whole show in general, but there were a few big moments that I just felt like that I need to focus more on instead of just saying like, hey, you know, R-Truth, you know, beats Pete Dunne. Like, no one really cares about that stuff. No disrespect. Love R-Truth. Love Pete Dunne, but there are bigger tasks at hand right now, okay? There's some big things we need to talk about, so let's dive in. Boy, oh boy. Did we start off hot on Monday Night Raw? It was very cool. We had 30 minutes commercial free, so that means there was more time to drag on a promo, and that's kind of what we did here. We started the show. CM Punk came out to the ring. He talked about how he a year ago, he talked about how he didn't know what was next for him. He came off of a grueling Hell in the Cell match against Drew McIntyre, and now he comes off of a grueling match at War Games, but now he knows what's ahead of him. Now he knows what's in front of him. He gets up on the turnbuckle. He points to an imaginary sign. He does it in a way that reminds everybody that I'm pointing at the WrestleMania sign, except the WrestleMania sign is not there. CM Punk says that he knows what's in his vision, and it's for WrestleMania. He wants to go to WrestleMania. I'm summarizing all of this, right? Seth Rollins comes out, and boy, oh boy, did we have some fireworks here. Seth Rollins took a little bit to start talking, but once he did, he laid into CM Punk. He told him that he should have attacked him and laid his ass out the first day CM Punk walked back into WWE. And I was like, okay, we are getting this thing going. I'm excited. Where are we headed? Seth Rollins says he regrets that he didn't do it. He regrets it every single day that he didn't attack CM Punk and drop him where he stood. And he said that seeing CM Punk team up with Roman Reigns this past weekend at War Games, it reminded Seth Rollins that he needs to rectify his mistakes and make right with himself. CM Punk says that he doesn't even know he's in running these races with these people. He's tired of running these races that he doesn't even know he's in. He says that Seth Rollins 6 months ago had a championship, and that's what CM Punk wanted. And now Seth Rollins has nothing. So CM Punk doesn't care about Seth Rollins. CM Punk says, you've been thinking about me for 6 months. I haven't thought about you at all. Eventually, what happens here, CM Punk gets shoved down by Seth Rollins. These two start to brawl, but all of a sudden, here comes Jey Uso, here comes Samizayn. They break up this fight. Out comes Pierce and some officials. Punk is out of the ring now. Seth Rollins grabs a mic and he says, yeah, go Jay, go Punk, go run back to Roman Reigns. And once he says that, Samizayn grabs a microphone. He tells Seth Rollins, hey, you cannot talk to Jey Uso that way. I love how Sammy's always just standing up for Jey. So he says you can't talk to Jey that way. And then Seth Rollins pretty much lays into Samizayn. Says, I don't know why. You're right. I shouldn't do that. Jey Uso, even though, Roman had put him through crap, their family, I get it. It's whatever, it's your family. But what's your excuse, Sammy? Why are you sticking up for Roman Reigns? Seth Rollins then talks about how Sammy and Seth came up in the business for over 20 years and that he's more of Sammy's family than Roman is. So why is he on Roman's side? Why is he helping Roman? Sami Zayn says that, you know what? I didn't want to team up with CM Punk. I didn't. That wasn't my choice. I didn't ask for that. We asked you. We asked Seth Rollins to team up with us. We asked twice, and twice Seth Rollins turned us down. So no, it's your fault that we got stuck with CM Punk. It's your fault that I had to team with him. I didn't want to. And Seth Rollins did not like this at all. He talked about how, Sami Zayn was kind of a traitor kind of thing. And Sami brought up the fact that Seth Rollins is the one that stabbed Roman in the back. He created the monster that Roman Reigns is by betraying him over 10 years ago when he smacked the chair into Roman's back. Sami Zayn is not wrong about that. Seth Rollins says, hey, before you point fingers at me, you did the same exact thing. He says that Sami Zayn cracked a chair behind Roman Reigns' back as well a couple of years ago at the Royal Rumble PLE, but he says he understands why Sami did it. He gets it. He justifies it. He understands why Sami did it. He did what was right for him, just like what Seth did, what was right for Seth. Ultimately, what it comes down to, Sami Zayn challenges Seth Rollins to a match tonight. It doesn't get made official until later on in the night, but that is our main event for later on Monday Night Raw. Explosive way to start Monday Night Raw. Absolutely loved it. You got different layers. You got Sami looking like a main event top-level star that he should be, talking to Seth Rollins, challenging him to a big-time match. This is beautiful. Skipping around a little bit, Raquel and Liv Morgan end up beating Kairi Sane and Io Sky, and after the match, they attack them, but Rhea Ripley comes out and makes the save. I'm getting kind of tired of Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan. I'm not going to lie here, but Rhea gets in the ring and starts attacking Raquel. The fight happens outside of the ring. What it comes down to, Raquel throws Rhea into the corner of the announce table face first, so it looks like she threw her eye into it after she just got back from this eye injury, had to been separated by officials, and that's the way that ends. So I'm going to be skipping around here. I just wanted to point that out because Rhea Ripley is a huge part of Monday Night Raw, and I figured we should talk just about a little bit of it, keep people informed of what's going on there. We get Finn Balor coming up to Gunther backstage. He's with Dominic. Well, Finn Balor is with Dominic. I didn't think I was going to cover this part, but I think it's kind of interesting. Finn Balor says he's helped Gunther twice. He says that Gunther is the reason why, Balor is the reason why Gunther is the World Heavyweight Champion twice. He ended up coming out there and costing Damian Priest the match twice. And Dominic, every single time Balor talked about it, kept putting his two fingers up. I thought that was pretty funny. Gunther gets a little annoyed about this. He said that he didn't, he needed to win that match for himself, by himself. He didn't want Balor interfering, and he doesn't owe Balor anything. And he gets annoyed with Dominic there, and then he says, "Why are you so confident?" And he goes, "Oh, I know why. It's because you have beaten Priest more times than Balor has." So now Gunther is trying to play some games here and cause a little tension between Balor and Dom, which there already is tension between the two, and I think it's just more and more is building up here. But Gunther says that he's got some pull around here since he's the World Heavyweight Champion. He's going to go talk to Pierce. He's going to try to make something happen, and we all just assume he's trying to talk to Pierce to give Dominic a shot at Gunther, so that ends up being a match later on in the night. I'm going to have to mention this just because it's a brand new tournament, the Intercontinental Women's Championship. They have a tournament here. Dakota Kai wins her triple threat match against Shayna Baszler and Katana Chance. Not going to dive into this too much. Very happy for Dakota. I think she deserves it. If Dakota was our first ever IC Women's Champion, I'll be pretty happy with it. I have someone else in mind, though, Lyra Valkyria. I hope it's her. But I wouldn't be upset if Dakota was the one to do it. Okay. Oh my God. We got to talk about it. It is the New Day celebration. I needed to carve out some time for this, man. This was, wow. Okay. So, Woods and Kofi, they're loving some of the flashbacks. The trombone is there. The big box of Bootios is inflated up at the stage. The rainbow balloons behind them. It was a cool looking celebration. They're out there. They looked like they were soaking in the nostalgia, but they're also, they had some animosity between each other still. They were talking about how they appreciate the fans, and Woods says, I appreciate you all, but I want you all to know something, that what I'm about to tell you is not your fault. So these two are hinting at a divorce. These two are hinting at a couple of people coming to an end here. And as they were about to do that, Big E's song hits, and out comes Big E. He gets in the ring. He's trying to talk up everything. He says, this has been over 10 years. We can't just throw it away. We were all each other had at this point. We never thought this would take off the way it is. Big E mentions how when he broke his neck, he was there to see Kofi and Kofi's newborn daughter. He says that when Woods won the King of the Ring, Big E was there to to lend a shoulder for Woods to cry on in happiness. All of this. And as Big E is going on, he gets cut off by Xavier Woods. And Xavier Woods, this was it. This was the turn. Xavier Woods basically said all of this was Big E's fault. He turned it all on Big E, calling him selfish, saying that he chose his own personal life over Woods and Kofi. He said that he didn't even need surgery on his neck. I mean, all of these hurtful things to Big E. And then once Big E started to stand up for himself, Kofi Kingston chimed in. And Kofi Kingston jumped on Xavier Woods' side here, and both Woods and Kofi attacked Big E verbally. This was crazy. Big E mentioned, I should have mentioned this, I'm terrible, I apologize. What really set it off was when Big E said he's going to start being there every single week to be in the corner of the New Day and to remind them exactly who they are. He wanted to be their manager. That's what started this all. Xavier Woods started saying, now you want to be here? And that's when all of this mumbo jumbo thing I told you that Woods was saying all came out was after all of that. I thought this was amazing. I'm summarizing it terribly, by the way. I apologize for that. It's late in the night. I get too excited, and I have to take a bunch of notes, and I try to do this without looking at my notes. So sometimes I skip things. Sometimes I forget things. I'm trying to get it all out there. Point is, we got a turn from the New Day. It wasn't Kofi. It wasn't Woods. It was both of them at the same time turned on Big E. This was unbelievable. Did not see it coming. I thought it was going to be Kofi for sure. A lot of people thought it was going to be Woods. We're all right. They both turned on Big E. This was unreal. Big E eventually leaves the ring. Like, he kept asking, is this it? This is how we're really doing this? You guys going to throw 10 years out the window? All that kind of stuff. He gets out of the ring. He finally leaves. And then Woods and Kofi look at each other. They come together with hands. You can hear Woods tell Kofi that it's just them now. It's them two together. Unreal. Apparently, they are still together. Crazy. Toxic relationships. Man, oh man. Have I seen some lately? And this is one of them. My goodness. New Day. New Day as heels now. And it's not the type of heels that we had the first time around where they were like preaching and gospel. No. This is going to be Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods being the heels that they want to be. This is going to be great. Strap in. I'm happy they're still together. See, I wanted them to break up originally if they weren't going to have Big E with them. But if these two are going to go heel, I'm willing to see where this goes. I want to see how entertaining this will be, if this will be the smart choice, and if it becomes bad and annoying or it's not working out, then I'd be cool with a split. But let's see what these guys do as heels. They've been good guys for over 10 years. Let's see what they can do as heels. I love all of this. We get Dominic versus Gunther. I mentioned it earlier. I'm going to keep it short here. Gunther wins the match, and after the match, Finn Balor attacks Gunther. He does a couple of coup de grace from the top rope, and as Balor looks at Dom, he tells Dom, watch and learn. This is how you do it, and he keeps attacking Gunther, keeps hitting the coup de grace. Balor leaves. He says, hopefully Dom learned it, this time. So we're continuing to tease some tension here between Dom and Balor, but also Balor and Gunther. It eventually gets announced later on that Balor will be facing Gunther at Saturday Night Main Event for the World Heavyweight Championship. Awesome. I love that. I love it. I don't think Balor is going to win, but I'm happy about it. I'm happy Balor's getting a shot. I hope he continues to stay, at the top of the game here. I hope Balor continues to evolve and becomes a single star and is in the main event picture because I love Finn Balor. I just actually bought his shirt like 5 minutes ago. Jey Uso gets attacked backstage. We don't know by who. Samizayn wants answers. Comes up to Pierce asking for answers. Pierce doesn't have them. He asks Sami, who do you think did it? Sami says, I think I know who did it, and I'm about to go whip his ass right now. He gets out there, and we get Seth Rollins versus Samizayn. Great match. It was a great main event. I mean, these two can't go wrong here. Of course, they're going to put on a banger. At some point, Sami comes out of the ring, grabs a chair, brings it in the ring. He's about to attack Rollins with it. Rollins is asking, what are you doing? Sami says, I know it was you. I know you're the one that attacked Jay. Seth Rollins is convincing him that it wasn't him. He said, did you see if it was Punk? It wasn't me. Sami eventually throws the chair out of the ring. He turns back around, and Seth Rollins rolls him up for a 1-2-3 pin. After the match, Seth Rollins kind of goes over to Samizayn, and he says, look, I love your heart. But you need to start thinking with your brain, and he leaves. And I thought that was a cool ending to that. But that wasn't all we got. Samizayn turns around. He eats a boot to the face, and can you guess who it was? None other than somebody who we haven't seen in at least 6 months, Drew McIntyre. Drew McIntyre with a claymore directly to the face of Samizayn. I could only imagine that this is going to be more of the, you teamed up with CM Punk kind of stuff. I hate him. You teamed up with him, well, whatever. And at this point, I think maybe Drew McIntyre is the one that attacked Jey Uso. I actually just thought of that right now. I was going to say it was Seth Rollins, but no. It makes more sense if it was Drew McIntyre who attacked Jey first and then came out afterwards and claymored Samizayn in the face. That's who I'm going with. Drew McIntyre attacked Jey, according to me, and then he attacked Sami after the match. This was awesome. Drew McIntyre is back. It looks like hopefully Seth Rollins, CM Punk has moved on from him. As much as I love Drew and CM Punk, I want to see something different for both guys, and it looks like we're going to get a Sami versus Drew feud. I'm here for it. Absolutely love it. That was basically Monday Night Raw. That was the big parts of Raw that I wanted to cover. We got to talk about those, the big moments. I noticed that a couple of you have sent in some emails. I haven't read them, but I've just seen at the top of my notifications that I got them. Please, if anyone else wants to send in an email, please do so. I will make an email video this week. It's wickedbittermedia@gmail.com. Please send in your email, your thoughts, your ideas, your predictions, your qualms, your whatever you want to say. I'll read it, we'll put it on a video, and we'll talk about it afterwards. I appreciate all of you. Have a good rest of the night. Keep an eye out for that email video that will be coming up for during this week. Until we meet again, my friends, as always, stay bitter.